someone you know and someone you love is in that scenario, then this is an hour that I really want you to pay attention to. Because for me, it was my grandfather who was the one who I would ask him a question and he would have an answer, and it was like, I don't think he heard what I said. And for years, we begged him to go to an audiologist. Here's the good news. Because now you no longer need to go to an audiologist because of a law that changed in 2022. You can shop for your hearing aids right here at QVC, and the great news is they become more affordable. But take a look at this video and see, is this you or maybe someone that you love? Because if it is, you might want to pick up on this amazing deal.
Grandma, come outside with me. Please, I want to play. Grandma? Did you hear me? Grandma, come outside with me. Please, I want to play.
Come on, let's do it.
So who was Grandma in that first video? Grandma was somebody that ignored granddaughter. Grandma maybe would have been taken as being rude. It's not rude. They weren't ignoring. They didn't hear. She wasn't able to hear her granddaughter. And that's why a hearing aid is so important to be able to have if you are somebody who is suffering from light to moderate hearing loss. This is the show for you. Audien Hearing was first debuted here 199 days ago. And in that time, over 55,000 of these hearing aids have been picked up since its August 13th debut. If you have a story, if you are somebody who has used these, we would love for you to give us a call on our testimonial line. Let us know about your experience. It's 1-800-600-1556. That number again is 1-800-600-1556. We would love to hear from you and learn about how maybe this has made a difference in your life. Because I will tell you, you're going to see some testimonial videos from people. You're going to hear from Sarah, who helps to represent this brand, and we can tell you about it all day long. But if you are somebody who has that experience, we would love to hear from you. So give us a call. Altogether, what you're getting is this amazing bundle that's going to include the headphones, the cleaning kit. You're going to get the wires, the custom ear tips here so you can customize to your ear. You're also going to get a dedicated phone number so that you can call up at any time. That's just for you as a QVC customer to be able to take advantage of. And then we're also talking about a 45-day return policy here as well. Everything about this offer is incredible, and I haven't even talked about the price yet, because normally you would pay $289. It would be the best $289 that you've spent to be able to hear again with these, to have that assistance. However, today we're saving you $39. It's $249.98 and an easy payment of just $50. There is a little bit of a catch though, and the catch is that this sale price was made available a little while ago. I think I actually was the one that kicked it off like 10 days or so ago or so. But now it's going away at the end of the day today. And it is not airing on this network again tonight. So this is really your last show that you're going to see it in. And in just 3 hours and 56 minutes times, that price is going to go right back up again. You've got 45 days to be able to try this out. And it is so important that you do. To help walk us through the entire hour, my good friend Sarah Catalesi is here with me. Sarah is not just a brand representative of Audien, but you actually purchased this.
I did.
And as a former guest here at QVC, and specifically in electronics, I can tell you that when we would sit backstage and see television shopping all the time, there's a part of you that's like, I gotta not look at the TV because you'll buy everything. Right. So when we buy something, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Out of the 18 years that I've been here, this is the only item that I've ever presented that I was a customer first.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. Because my mom, she lives 10 hours away from me, and she needs hearing aids. The $4,000 hearing aids that she has no longer work. The $4,000 hearing aids that weren't covered by insurance are just collecting dust somewhere.
Got it.
So when I saw this, and I'm blown away, I went to the monitor and I made sure I could hear what was going on. Because with Audien, I think a lot of times if you think about it, hearing loss is the most untreated condition in the entire world right now. And I think it's, there's a lot of limitations for it. You used to have to go to the audiologist. You used to have to get a prescription. The cost was prohibitive. This one, actually, I love it. In August of 2022, the FDA actually created a category of over-the-counter hearing aids. With Audien in particular, and this is what drew me to that screen, no app, no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no account passwords to remember. You're gonna see this little lead wire right here. This is it. You're gonna pop this out. You can see inside this is a charging case and a sanitizing case as well. You're gonna pop these out, and these are hearing aids, FDA cleared hearing aids. All the controls are right here. So what this meant is that my mom, we could send them to her, and I did pay full price for these, and I would do it again any day. I'm telling you, it's definitely there. And there's my sweet mama with that smile. She was the same way. She was like, she would just smile and nod in a conversation.
Yeah.
And I would call her, and again, 10 hours away, I could hear, she watches QVC all the time, I could hear what was on QVC because she had the TV up so loud. She was a perfect candidate for this. So I love the idea that we could get it to her, or send it to her. She could be up and running, and again, it's a matter of, let me tuck my hair back here. You're gonna pop these in. You're gonna twist them a little bit. You're gonna twist it, and all of a sudden it's like that sweet spot. You truly know it's a great fit when you can't even feel that you're wearing them. And from here, I mean, it's beautiful. I could put my hair out front. You would never even know that I was wearing hearing aids. But for my mom, that smile came back because she was hearing us again.
Well,
so again, I love the idea how easy this is to use.
That's exactly the difference that a hearing aid can make for you, or for maybe somebody that you love.
Yeah.
I talked about my grandpa. It was like he was lost at times. You would talk to him, and you would ask him, and by the way, did you even notice that I had that in my ear? You would talk to him, and you would ask him a question like, what'd you have for lunch today? And his response would be like, the weather's great outside. It's I think it's about 97. Is it 97 by you? And you would stop for a second and think, wait, is something going on? And when it became a pattern that over the phone we recognized it at first, then when it was in person that you could kind of see his eyes watch your lips and try and read your lips, you realize that he's not really a part of the conversation.
Right.
And it's not like it's by choice. It's not like he's ignoring us.
Yeah.
But at times it may come off like that to some people.
Yeah.
With Audien, this helps to allow for you to be able to hear, to allow for you to be able to be a part of that conversation, to know what's going on with your grandkids. But who is this for?
Yeah, now this is for anyone that's 18 and older, and again, this is going to address that mild to moderate hearing loss. So if you have trouble hearing speech in noisy places, hard to follow speech in groups, have trouble hearing on the phone, and this is the one too, listening makes you tired, or you keep turning up the volume of the TV and the other people complain it's too loud. Yes, 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 and yes. Those were all the things that it definitely affected us. Again, mild to moderate hearing loss. I mean, we're so glad, again, FDA approved. Congress actually created this category because mild to moderate you shouldn't have access to hearing aids to mild to moderate hearing loss because of money, because of availability to a doctor or that prescription or that fine tuning. This is something that can be addressed. But here's the thing, this is where you start. So there's also, as we were telling you, there's a group of people that this is for. What if you're not sure where you fall in that mild to moderate? You start here with Audien. You're gonna get these in, and what's so great about what Audien does is hearing loss happens at different frequencies.
Right.
So there's 4 pre-programmed based on the frequency of hearing loss, such as conversation, such as a noisy restaurant, such as outside, maybe it's even in a car. So you can simply cycle through and tap, again, the one control, and this is on either the left or the right side, it really doesn't matter. This little circle right here, not only does it control volume, but as you press and hold, you actually go through and cycle through all the different modes. That's what's so great about these, again, whether it's in the conversation, but you can actually change these on the fly. But again, if you're not quite sure where you fall, you start with this. I love the 45-day extended time to try it, because you might realize, you know what, I've gotten them in, I found that perfect size, I've got that fit, maybe my left is a little different from my right, you can adjust the volume on both sides. If you are still struggling after those 45 days, definitely go see an audiologist. You know, kind of no harm, no foul. You tried it, but you just know that you're probably more, I don't even want to say severe, more challenged in hearing loss, something that the mild and the moderate hearing aids can't address.
Well, look, that 45-day window that you have, I want you to think about how long have you maybe been procrastinating? How many days have you said to yourself, or someone has said to you, would you go to the audiologist already? Well, you don't need to right now. That's the good news, is you can try this out first and see if this helps. Here's the bad news. In 4 hours and change, that price is less than 4 hours. Actually, in 3 hours and 50 minutes, that price is going back up to $289. The 5 Easy Pays, they're going away. This is only available at this price tag for the next 3 hours and 50 minutes. We're on the air together for the next 50 minutes, and then we're off the air. The price will still be available for 3 more hours when I'm gone from here. However, you only have until the end of the day today. This is one of those things where you bring it at home, you give it a try. You have 45 days where if it's not right, you can send it back. But I want you to think about this. What if it is right? What if this is the solution to you being able to hear your grandkids when they talk to you, to you being able to hear when you go to check out at the grocery store, when that person says, do you have any coupons? Maybe you missed them saying that and you had a whole stack of them, and next thing you know, you paid more money for your groceries than you could have because you weren't and missed the prompt to be able to hand over what you needed to. What are you missing out on? Don't miss out on this offer because it is going away in less than 4 hours. I want to show you another video here and another little simulation that we have of what the Audien experience will look like. We're going to play this, and when we come back, we're going to then explain what it's like out of the box when you got these at home.
Happy anniversary, honey. I love you so much.
Huh?
I said happy anniversary, honey.
What?
I said, never mind.
Happy anniversary, honey. I love you so much.
And I love you too.
Oh, they're so beautiful. Thank you.
Complete with flowers.
Complete with flowers. Now, the flowers don't come included in this
Right.
offer, but I'll tell you what, with the $40 of savings that you're getting, you could get a pretty nice bouquet with that if you want to. When we get this at home, out of the box, what do we do?
Yeah, so what's great about this one too is that we do have a Let's Get Started guide, really important, and you're gonna see there's just a couple of quick steps. There's 5 quick steps that you'll use, but definitely use. It says that there's pictures and little taglines in there too. Now, these are going to come outfitted with the medium-sized ear tip in one of the shapes that we have. But just keep in mind, we have a small, medium, large in 2 different shapes. And why we love this, and I know you pointed this out, so I'm not calling you out on this one.
That's all right.
You mentioned that you have 2 different size ears.
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is absolutely perfect because now you can get that custom fit, and that's what we love. So again, fully charged, we include the charging brick for you and that cable. On a full charge, your hearing aids are going to hold. So when you take these out, these are going to hold the charge for 24 hours.
That's crazy.
Then you have an additional 3 days, 72 hours in the case. So you technically aren't charging for like 5 to 7 days. But another thing that's really, really important too is that we actually have an amazing hearing specialist team. So if you have any questions from out of the box to getting that perfect fit, trying to get the right and the left situated, call. You can scan this code. There's little video tutorials that you can have as well, but you can call, email, and there's also texting too. So we love that idea. So again, you need more help, there's a few more step-by-step tutorials. But even more important, I'm going to show you this one too, because what we do say is that 3 weeks to better hearing. So when you get these home and you start hearing, if you're brand new to hearing aids, you're going to be hearing things that you haven't heard in a really long time because, as we know, hearing lost is gradual. So it's almost like you don't really realize what you're missing until you hear it all over again. And I'll use the example of crunching leaves under your feet. Like if you don't know what that sound is like anymore, as soon as you put them in, you're going to remember, you're like, oh my gosh, like it's awesome. But that first week, only wear them like an hour, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
The second week, wear them a little longer. And then by that third week, you should be up and running. And I think that's really important. Give yourself grace because again, like I said, hearing loss happens over time. So much so you might not even realize it. Right. So again, you are going to be tired when you start because you're going to be hearing all these noises and sounds and great things that you've been missing, over time. But that's what's pretty great too, is that when you think hearing loss doesn't just affect the person, it affects
everybody.
The whole family.
My dad 100%, without a doubt, has hearing loss.
Yes.
We're at the point right now, like me and my mom discuss it, and we say how we need to do something. We need to get him on board with the fact that he has it. He hasn't gotten to the point where he's ready to accept it yet.
Right. That's understandable.
And it is. It's completely understandable. And maybe you're that person, or maybe you have somebody in your life who's in the similar situation. But I'll tell you the signs of how I know. Number one, when I'm at home and I see him, it's like, Rob,